every day.
Welcome back to the Sport Extraordinary on Atlantic Television Network. And of course, I told you today's edition of the show promises to be very, very exciting. And let's quickly take a look at basketball. But before we do that, I have two gentlemen, of course, joining me on the show this evening. Jimmy joins us as well this evening. Jimmy, good evening to you and welcome to Sport Extraordinary.
Yeah, good evening, previously. It's good to be back here to talk sports.
Dema Baku joins us as well this evening. Good evening to you, Dema. Alright, I will hope to have Dema on the show this evening. Jimmy, let's talk basketball as former D Tigers head coach Uti Zuhili has said that the president of Nigerian Basketball Federation, Engineer Musa Kida, is a liar. For saying that he resigned from his position as coach of Nigerian women's basketball national team. Otis Hilly, in an exclusive interview with newsmen, warned Kida to stop using his name to score political points by telling the world that he resigned. He added that no one from the federation contacted him on the issue of termination or continuation as the coach, but was shocked to read in the newspaper quoting Musa Kida. One coming from Otis Hilly, the former coach of Nigerian D Tigers, coming up to say that he didn't resign. You know,
we saw what he did at the FIBA contest.
Paris has always been a city that he enjoyed competing in and hanging out in. He said he's excited for the Olympic that will be coming up next year. Now, his inclusion in the ceremony brought a sense of anticipation and unity, reflecting the spirit of camaraderie that's the Olympic poster among athletes and fans worldwide. Let's stay away from that as we take a look at the FIFA Women's World Cup. Was such an impressive action for the Super Falcons of Nigeria. Jimmy, was an interesting one we saw for the Super Falcons of Nigeria. This
Sporting courts gave a good account of themselves. You know, the only African team, to have actually, recorded 3 points. And they had a very impressive first outing. And
ahead of Canada, 2 goals to 0. Let's stay away from that as we'll take a look at club football on the show. Now, from Manchester City midfielder David Silva has announced his retirement, from football. 37-year-old as in 2020. However, Silva suffered a serious knee injury during pre-season and has decided to call time on his 19-year playing career. Jimmy, David Silva has called it quits in football after. Jimmy, are you there?
Yes, I am. Yeah. Well, for me, I think you look at the midfielder. He has actually achieved. I keep saying that decision of retirement is solely based on an individual player, not just what the fans or the number of some of these players would actually expect. As we are seeing, some who are still playing, like we have one in the Super Falcons who is 40, but still kicking, the Real that game.
All right, Jimmy, let's take a look at the preseason game. Arsenal, of course, they've continued to show much intent ahead of the coming season. Now, they were able to beat Barcelona 5 goals to 3 in that particular encounter we saw. What do you make of Arsenal, ahead of the coming season?
It's too early. You asked me, Kingsley, it's too early for us to start, placing most of these teams with their preseason performance ahead of the new season. Let's not forget that Arsenal have actually not really brought in a whole lot of players, just a couple of players just to boost up the squad. But again, yes, the way it starts could also show the way it ends. But that's preseason game, for me, as far as I'm concerned. Well, they do won their game against a solid side, but I don't want to use that as a yardstick for Arsenal measuring up next season. Let's